Oh, I got a new doc for your ass. Netflix just dropped it.
What is it?
It's The Mob versus New York.
Been watching it.
Oh, you've been watching it?
Oh, yeah.
And about the RICO Act?
I remember it very well.
But the RICO Act, I always thought it was because they give, which it is, to your point, they gave him longer sentences.
Yeah.
So guys started snitching. But what the RICO Act did is, so let's say you're the head mob boss, and I'm the underboss, and then Chin's the captain, and Kat's a street soldier. And they keep catching Kat, and she's running her racketeering and, you know, shaking people down, and they catch her and she goes to prison for a year. But they're like, dude, what the fuck we keep catching these guys. We can't touch the boss. They never talk about it. They never deal with it. We can never catch them because they're not doing the dirt. What can we do? So then this professor, I think from Columbia or Cornell, came up with the RICO Act. He's like, no, you gotta try them as a group. So you might catch that foot soldier, but that foot soldier's getting orders from the boss, and that boss should be responsible. So he's getting orders from somewhere. So by them committing the crime, you can go after the boss as a group now. That's how they went after the 5 families. That's the RICO Act.
Yeah, that's right. It's racketeering. You guys are organizing and trying to fucking nuts.
Then they have a guy on there. Spoiler alert with Mafia versus New York in 3, 2, 1. Suck it. They have a guy in there who his whole job was to bug the entire mafia. So their houses, their cars, their phones. Dude, this guy had some balls because they started on purpose messing with this. He was high up in the mafia. They started messing with this TV, so it started flickering. They figured out how to make it flicker. So he calls the cable company, and they route it. So when he calls, it goes to the FBI.
That's awesome.
And they're like, yep, we'll have someone there tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So this dude who doesn't know shit about cable gets the suit, comes in, and he's like trying to mess with it. And while he's doing it, he put in a bug. And then, of course, they stopped making it. He goes, it's all fixed. The guy's like, all right. And he said it was scary because the mafia dude was standing
the main
over
guy was a killer
the whole time watching him.
Yeah.
But they put the bugs in there, and then they put the bug in the head guy's house, and it was hard for him to decipher what they were saying because it's kind of muffled. You know, this is the 80s, man, late 80s, early 80s. So it's all like mumbled, and then they could hear him, you know, like, and like, what the fuck? What is he doing? Oh, well, he's fucking his maid. Nonstop.
His maid?
Nonstop. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And they flipped her to be Chatty Cathy. She didn't know. She's just stupid.
Unbelievable.
She's like, I keep talking to this guy Jake all the time. No, Jake who? Like this guy Jake asks for pictures and asks about you, and they're like, and you talk to him? Yeah. Like, no more talking to Jake, you moron.
Don't talk to Jake.
Yeah, but there's a lot of video of him just balls deep in this lady.
Well, these guys.
His wife went to like the grocery store.
Of course.
Yeah, but it's funny because they're like square FBI guys. Like, what is that? And and they're like, is he wrestling? They're like trying to figure out. Like,
maid.
Is he trying to fix the toilet? What's happening? Yeah, it's the maid. They figured it out, and they said one guy had to listen to it all the time.
But that brought them all
They had
down.
to listen to hours and hours of tape. So one guy's just like, oh god, here we go again.
that brought them down though. All that grit, that sort of shit work that brings you down. That detailed shit work.
Well, they got them. You know, that's when they were able to build the case because they got them confessing of all of it, and they didn't realize how much they controlled.
No,
the unions, man, they controlled all which runs everything.
They can shut the country down.
That's what he said.
The phone call.
He said with the unions, everything we have, we have access to 3 million people. So if we say stop doing what you're doing and protest, 3 million people are going to protest in New York. We have that power.
Yeah,
crazy.
It's amazing, man. And they brought him down. I remember when they set that Fulton Fish Market on fire because Giuliani was like, I'm breaking you guys up. And they set it on fire. I remember when it's like my friend, I told you he had a restaurant and he goes, the garbage guys come by and he goes, I'm good with you guys. I'm going to shop around. And they go, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
And he's like, I couldn't get anybody. Every guy was like, not my area. You got to go with those guys.
Yeah.
He's like, I know, but they're charging me. He goes, that's the price, bro.
Well, now
they would put a jukebox. So my friend's dad, Jimmy Burke, owned a bar. There'd be a jukebox. And every bar, there's a jukebox. And at the end of the day or at the end of the week, a guy'd come in and take money out. And that'd be it. And you'd own the bar and you go, hey, dude.
It's in my bar.
That's my fucking bar. And they'd go, oh, yeah, but that's our spot.
Yeah.
We own that. I know. Yeah, and that was it.
They had so many rackets in New York.
So many. Dude. So many weird
There's so
rackets.
much death back then, too, in the 80s. Like the death. Well, what's weird is, the murder rate in New York has never been higher till now.
Oh, I know.
Hey,
thanks, de Blasio.
It's been in 1997.
Yeah, good job, de Blasio.
You know what's great about de Blasio? He goes, also, we're not going to clean up graffiti anymore. It's a form of expression.
Oh, Cool, De Blasio.
So we're just
he wants to bring New York back to the 80s.
So no more
70s.
So no more. If you paint a mural of a giant dick, all good, baby.
Yep.
It's a freedom of expression. So he's literally made this
He's
rule
also
now
a socialist.
where you can't paint over.
He also believes you should tax anybody who makes a lot of money 75% of their income. He's so fucking dumb. He's so dumb, that guy.
How do you not look at the murder rate?
How do you not look at history? How do you not look at history?
I'm not doing it right.
Because
I'm just not.
Because he's an ideologue. He's
It's
not
up 127%.
Yeah.
The highest it's been since 1997. How do you not go, man, maybe we're not doing stuff right with the defund the police and the moves on
How quickly people start killing each other, too. As soon as you don't have law and order.
Wow. Last one, then we'll move on. How about he goes, you can only protest if it's for Black Lives Matter. Any other protest, you will be arrested.
Yeah, well, that's not constitutional.
No.
It's not allowed.
How crazy is that? How nuts is that?
He's a tyrant. That's what people realize. He's a liberal. He's a tyrant. You can say whatever you want. This is not a good guy. Never has been. They knew. When people vote him in, but if New York is going to vote him in, then that's what you get.
Gavin Newsom, too. It's like both states on fire.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Well,
these sports
you've got to vote, and you've got to educate yourself.
You got to vote.
And you've got to realize that local
move
politics
the fuck
is
out
what
of
it's
either
about.
of the states. Or you got to move out of either one.
Yeah, but then
a lot of people are moving out of New York. A lot of
fight.
people are moving out of California.
But you want to stay and fight too, because there's stuff worth fighting for. That's the problem.
I don't know.
So much of it is do you move away and run away, or do you fight? It's hard. Say this right now.
Yeah.
Watch your tone.
Okay. What's going to happen? What are you going to do? Use some of that boxing you've been doing?
Don't you fucking disrespect.